What up? Welcome to the Welcome Scene podcast. It's pretty much constant cars driving by still. It's 10:30 p.m. right now. There's a few less cars than there was earlier. Like it's the same thing every day. There's a bunch of cars driving by all day constantly, and then around this time of night, there's less of them. And then I don't know. It's like all day. Just constant cars driving by every day. It's crazy. Here comes another car. Wait, thought I heard one coming. They'll be here soon. I went and parked at the Walmart parking lot tonight. I was like parked facing the Hy-Vee building. And I've sat over there before in that place. And it's the same thing every time. Like they'll have people in the Hy-Vee parking lot and in the Hy-Vee gas station parking lot, and like people walking out of the door of the gas station sinks across the street from that parking lot that I'm in. The people way in the back in the Hy-Vee, they'll be walking out the door of the Hy-Vee building, like way in the distance, synced, and out of the Hy-Vee gas station, and they'll have a bunch of cars in both of those parking lots across the street, and then a bunch of cars behind me, and they're syncing in my mirror, and they're syncing at the edge of the mirror. There's a bunch of cars on the street, a bunch of cars in all the parking lots across the street, just constantly, and then there's a car honking a bunch of times in the parking lot, in the Walmart parking lot. And then there's a bunch of cars honking today. There's that one video I put up, and then that car started honking again after that video. There's a bunch of cars honking today and like hitting their lock button 100 times. And then this ambulance drove by with lights flashing, but it didn't have the siren on. Like drove by on the street in front of me when I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot. I sat there for like an hour or something. Like I was waiting to see if DoorDash would pop up, but it didn't pop up tonight. Or it was reserved. So like I was just like sitting around waiting to see if DoorDash would pop up and stalkered up constantly. And then there was when I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot too, there was a dog barking scene. Just all of a sudden, it's like close by a dog barking scene. Yup. I saw a bunch of sink squirrels and sink birds today. A bunch of people walking up to intersections as I drive up to them. And sink things. Like this sinkmobile driving by right now. He's sinking with the wind. In that live stream I did this morning, people were sinking with the wind a bunch of times when they walk by me. And then like when they walk up to the fork in the path and shit, the wind would pick up, synced with them. It's a bunch of weird shit. You never know what's gonna sync with what. And then like I like laid down my car earlier this evening in the back seat, and like right when I lay down, I look out my back out the back window, and there's a moth flying by, a sink moth. So you never know what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be a sink bat or a sink moth, or a sink bat sinking with a sink moth? Yo, what if a sink bat ate a sink moth sink? That'd be crazy. Or a sink mobile sinking with a train horn. Or a sink mobile sinking with the wind and a dog barking. And a red shirter. Or what? What's gonna sink? A billion possibilities. Infinite possibilities. Anything you can possibly sink. And I don't know. Just a billion stalkers everywhere that I go. And like I was coming out of a building and somebody's going in the door of the building at the same time. They're like, "Oh, hi." Like they're startled. They go, "Oh my god, sorry." I'll be like, "Oh, you scared me." Or they'll be standing behind the counter and looking to the left or whatever, like they don't see me. And they're like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there." Or they'll be like in the other room and they'll be like, "Where's Chase at?" And they'll say it synced. They'll be like, "Where's Chase?" like talking to somebody else in the other room. And they'll say it synced. And then they'll walk in the room synced. And then they'll sync. And then they'll do direct to conversation sync. I already said this on the last video, but it's been extremely windy all day today. And it's synced. And it's synced as fuck. This is all day. Like this guy with his green shirt pulled up synced in his car. I was sitting at the park in my car today. This guy with his green shirt pulled up synced. And then he gets out, walks on the path, and then he comes back later. And right as he's walking off of the path up to his car, the wind picks up and it gets extremely windy. As he's like walking up to his car, this park next to me. It's just been synced all day. And the winds always sink all day, but it's been extremely windy all day today. And it like dies down and then it picks up synced again. And I always see this like ambulance looking thing. I recorded it a bunch of times. It's like a purple ambulance looking thing. I think it used to be an ambulance probably. They like converted it. And it's like I think it's like a dog washing service or some shit. I don't know what it is. I think that's what it said. But I always see it synced. And I have a bunch of videos of it synced. I saw it synced today. And I saw at least one lavender Nissan today, which are always synced. A lavender Nissan. Multiple different ones. And like even a SUV one, but usually the car ones. But I've seen SUV ones too. And like different models of Nissans, but like the lavender color one. It's just a thing. In my simulation, at least, I don't know about other TIs, but I don't know if that's a stock culture thing or just my simulation or what. Or the tan cars. Do y'all get the tan cars too? I don't know. But I get the tan cars and the lavender Nissans. And the uh, I used to see these yellow Volkswagen Bugs, like two different ones, I think. But like one of them had one headlight. I used to see it all the time, but I don't anymore. Or I think I did recently, I don't remember. But it was always synced. Things are just always synced. And just are on camera. objectively. But then people just keep coming in my comments and saying it's not synced when it is. Desperately. It's Desperately and the Lee brothers. But yeah, there's no cars right now for a while. Where do all the cars go? There's like constant cars before this video. I guess it's that time of the night, maybe. Are the cars gone now? Finally, the cars are gone. It's been a pretty chill day though overall. Like, I don't know what chill even means because it's constant stalkers, but it hasn't been a bunch of noise harassment though today, except the car honking was extremely loud, and there's been a bunch of cars honking occasionally, but other than that, I don't think there's been like sirens or train horns today. So, hallelujah. It's still stalkered up. There's cars driving by right now. It's stalkered up. But the wind though is kind of like constant noise harassment though, because it keeps sinking, and it's just windy all day. So, but it's just windy in general though. And then it also got really windy when I went to the park and I charged my phone, and then I walked back to my car, and like right as I step over the curb under the parking lot, the wind picks up, gets it really windy. Yeah, and then I went to the gas station, and I think there's somebody. I think there was somebody coming in the parking lot behind me when I parked, and then when I came back out, there was somebody coming in the parking lot, synced, like pointing their lights at me, synced as they turn in the parking lot. Yeah. And there's always trying to cause a wreck everywhere I go. And I think they put things on the street too for me to drive over to like pop my tires. Like there'll just be like a piece of metal on the street. And like there'll be a car like next to me. So I can't like go into the other lane. I don't know. It seems like that sometimes. Or it might just be a piece of junk on the street. I don't know. But they be trying to cause wrecks all day though. And then if I drive at night, there's a bunch of cars with bright headlights and their high beams on and shit coming at me. Trying to cause a wreck. Like a terrorist. When I worked at Domino's one night, there was this car that like kept slamming on their brakes in front of me a bunch of times. Like just being fucking insane. Driving like a fucking maniac. Trying to give me road rage and trying to cause a wreck. What was that hit my window? Was that synced? I think it was synced. Was it sync leaf? Or what was it? And then is a bottle gonna pop synced? The bottles are always popping synced. When's that gonna happen? I've caught it on camera a bunch of times too. Like you can hear it popping synced. So it's synced, right? But yeah, what else synced today? I don't know. Saw a bunch of blue shirters and green shirters again. Here's a sync mobile. I saw a bunch of one tail lighters too. I think I saw a bunch of them today. I saw a few of them at least. So many things. I wish I could record with my eyeballs and just upload it. Well, I can't. I technically can because they can see through my eyes, but I don't have that technology though. But somewhere in the DHS hard drives, there's some crazy footage. I think they were syncing with me drawing today. I was drawing. I think they were syncing with it. They'll like sync when I'm reading a book or when I'm writing. they can see through my eyes and sync with it. Which I think is actual documented technology that they can, like, scientists have proven that they can see through your eyes and hear through your ears and whatever. I don't have a link, but I think I've seen it before. Pretty sure. Or like a gang stalking simulation video where he showed something. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. And then it is definitely documented that they can use Wi-Fi signals like radar and see like a 3D rendering in real time of like a room. Like they can see what you're doing inside of a building in real time using Wi-Fi signals, like Batman in The Dark Knight, and he uses the cell phone signals at the end of the movie. That's real technology, is proven fact. And I'm pretty sure the voice of God technology isn't that a proven fact, right? Isn't that like military technology that is like documented, real, right? I think voice of God technology. Didn't they use that in the Middle East or whatever? But I've never gotten the V2K though, but yeah, I don't know. That's the Walk I'm Seeing podcast. Click the share button. There's the engine sounds outside. I think the wind is sinking. Things are sinking. That's the Walk I'm Seeing podcast. This is Walk Up Sync Podcast. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. What's gonna sync next though? Something might sync. Like a train horn or something, or a dog barking. Or a plane flying over my head. Oh, I see the drone tonight. That's another thing I was gonna say. I see the drone. He's back. Oh, the video I was uploading, just uploaded, is my Twitter live from today. Go watch that. And don't sync.